Our GBNews reporter Bradley Harris is in Cumbria this morning, speaking to Nick Hewitt, who is the owner of a CBD oil cafe in the area.
An oil cafe?
Yeah, you can have it in your tea. What else can you have it in, Bradley?
Yeah, morning, both. You can have it in lots of things, actually, CBD, and there's lots of products here in the cafe that you can have CBD in. We'll get into that in a little moment. But it's interesting, isn't it? 420 Day. Not many people know where it came from, how it started. Some people say it started in 1971 with a group of friends that were smoking cannabis after school at 4:20 p.m. Today, though, it's known for a variety of reasons. Some people use it to try and smoke cannabis out in public. Others use it to try and legalise it here in the UK and educate people. But we're going to get into cannabis and CBD in a bit more detail with Nick Hewitt, who runs West Lakes Hemp Cafe, CBD Cafe here in Cumbria. Good to have you with us. Just coming a bit closer there, Nick. I just want to chat to you because 420 Day means a lot of reasons. What do you think of today, the celebration of cannabis? Should we be putting a spotlight on it in this way?
I think we absolutely 100% should be putting a spotlight on it, and I think up until now this is kind of the only real way that we've been able to do it. I think there's been a cannabis community underlying since time began, really. It's a plant, it's a millennia old. We've got people who've used it for a very long time, and I think now, the CBD industry is getting bigger, the cannabis industry across the world is getting bigger, and I think it's about time that people started listening to what the community have got to say about it, really, and if this is the way we've got to do it, then that's how we do it.
And the CBD industry is massive at the minute. Just tell me a bit about the cafe and your journey. Why did you start a CBD cafe, the only one at the time in Cumbria when you launched it in August last year?
Yeah, so I have got quite significant mental health conditions. I've got borderline personality disorder, bipolar type 2 and PTSD. And there's another one in there called cyclothymia, so it's quite significant. And a few years ago, I was flooded out of my flat in Carlisle during Storm Desmond, hit rock bottom, wasn't for the first time. And one of my dad's friends, he was a psychotherapist in America, and he'd said, "Have you thought about trying cannabis?" And I said, "Well, it's not legal in this country, we can't really do that." He's like, "Well, why don't you see if there's something similar or something close?" So I went looking, and that's when I came across CBD. CBD, it's a derivative of the cannabis plant. It's it's extracted, and the strains that we get it from, there's less than 0.02% of THC. So THC is the drug that essentially gets you stoned. That's what everyone associates with cannabis. However, our products and what I use is it's non-psychoactive, so you don't feel it in your head, you don't feel stoned. I started taking it, and I would say maybe a month or two later, I think, from going from suicidal, I was on suicide watch, I was at rock bottom, depressed, couldn't get out of bed, really struggling with life. Started taking it, and again, even at the time, I was a bit like, "Oh, no, is this a bit of a fad? Is it really going to work?" Within a couple of months, my mood just started lifting. And I just thought, oh, wow, well, if it works for me, it could work for a lot of people. And I've never thought of it. I've been taking it for nearly 5 years now, and I haven't looked back. And the thought was there between me and my school friend Luke. We just thought, well, if we feel this good by using it, what about everybody else? Now, when I first went looking for CBD, it was an absolute minefield. I was going on faceless website, phone numbers, there was no faces to it, there was no pictures of anybody. When you were phoning people, you didn't know who it was. And I thought, well, I could change the industry, If people are going to want to seek out cannabis with the stigma and discrimination that's around it, wouldn't it be nice if people had a face to come to, who they knew that they'd see my face on the website and come in the shop? So we started online in 2018, and we've kind of just progressed from there. Yeah.
Well, Nick, it's great to have you with us on the show. Lots of products so you can have it in coffee, hot chocolate, you name it, it can be in it. Good to chat to you, Nick. That's Nick Hewitt from West Lakes Hemp here in Cumbria.
Well, Bradley, very interesting, the different perspective on all of that. And, for people, so many people watching, they will control their pain and various conditions with
anxiety.
CBD oil, yeah? And we're going to get them to talk to us, Bradley, and maybe... what's your view? Were you surprised by what you saw there today?
Yeah, I had no idea how many products you could actually have CBD in. I've never tried it before. You can have it in things as simple as a coffee. So I'm really surprised by it, Eamon. Really surprised, yeah.